What is up, everyone? Welcome back to Naruto Online. It is a new year, and so we are starting it off with a really interesting team using Hashirama New Year here. I'm gonna have a whole nother video later where I give you guys a bunch of different beginner teams for Hashirama New Year, because since he's gonna be available for everyone, there's gonna be probably a lot of people looking for some teams to use with him. But this is the team that I've been using, so we got Ibiki here, which we got recently. We got Kurenai, who is free, and Hashirama, who is free. So this is honestly a kind of cheap quote-unquote team if you were around to get like Kurenai. But this is a kind of interesting team that I made here. So some people have told me that they enjoy me doing some voice overviews, and personally I think it's more enjoyable watching the battles without voice over like commentating. So I did a kind of a mix. So I'm gonna like comment over the first one, and then after that we'll just have some example battles where I try off this team. But let's get into this actual team here. So these are my talents with Sealing Jutsu and Bonnie Chakra here, and this is really important because this allows me to actually use these other mysteries, because these things actually cost quite a lot of chakra here. And so with that, we have Ninjutsu Urge as well, just a little extra damage. And then quite important here is we're using all Nin attacks except for our Mist Summon. But this is just so if Kurenai sleeps someone, we don't accidentally wake them up, which could be pretty bad. But this team is basically revolved around absolute control. It is insane. So we have Hashirama here with his mystery that suppresses immunity to debuffs for 2 rounds and causes them to suffer for immobile to the end of the next round. That's a 2-round immobilization right there. Kurenai has a 2-round immobilization that also suppresses immunity debuffs. And then Ibiki has a 2-round suppression and also causes torture, which is even worse to clear than the other two. And then of course we have our main with Sealing Jutsu, which also it doesn't suppress, or it does suppress it, but it only does it for 1 round, which is kind of the weak link in this team, is just our main, but there's really not much you can do about that here. So basically the goal of this team is just to control their healer for 2 rounds and then control their main attacker for 2 rounds, and then the other two, they don't necessarily have to be controlled, but it's kind of cool just watching their entire team be controlled here. And something interesting as well is, you know, Ibiki's mystery, it normally causes torture to himself and the opponent, but using Kurenai we can actually reflect that torture, so it causes double control. So yeah, let's just jump into a game here and see how it plays out. Alright, so with our first opponent here, we got Sasuke Kakashi. Oh boy, this is a spicy team. Okay. Let me think here. Alright, so the problem with this team is that it requires you to think about a lot of things as you're playing. So I'm trying to counter all the things that can actually save him. So first of all, we took care of his controller, and then we controlled his Sasuke as his position 1, and hopefully his Kakashi doesn't come and kill us, because his Kakashi and Kurenai are not perma-stunned. So hopefully if we can survive this, it should be all good. It's gonna do a lot of damage though. Oh, and he got control of himself. Nice. Alright. This is one of the weaknesses of this team, is going against other control teams with like Kurenai or Sasuke. It can be kind of RNG at that point, just depending on who gets controlled and whatnot. And there, we've killed off their 2 main attackers, so yeah, they kind of just retreated there. But yeah, this team is not without its faults. I will say, first of all, it's not that great against other controllers themselves. And then also, it can't control some certain ninjas, such as Shisui Kimono breakthroughs. And of course, the team does not exactly do a ton of damage, but it does deal a nice amount. Something that could massively improve this team is if we had King of Hell instead of the this deer summon chase, because they lose their immunity to debuffs, you can stack poison on top of them, and it'll actually do a fair amount of damage. Because if you get poison and fire, it's gonna really start to hurt, especially since they can't do anything about it for 2 rounds. But yeah, let's actually just show you some of the other clips that I recorded earlier today, and just hope you guys enjoy it.
容赦しない行くわよ。
神は嘘をつかない。
くっそ。
行くぞ。応戦家の術。
行くわよ。
捕らえた。もらった。
容赦しないわよ。
応戦家の術。くそ、行くぞ。過ちの大河を
行くわよ。
くそ。
行くわよ。
神は嘘をつかない。行くぞ。行くぞ。
行くわよ。
応戦家の術。応戦家の術。おとなしくしてろ。捕らえた。応戦家の術。もらった。
私の番よ。
行くぞ。くそ。
行くわよ。
くそ。行くぞ。行くぞ。
行くわよ。
応戦家の術。応戦家の術。
行くわよ。
Anyways guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed. Hit that like and subscribe button if you did enjoy, and I will see you guys next time. Peace out.